I'm Joanna Simpson here at Risk Minds International in Barcelona. Joining me now is Gilles Artaud, Head of Model Risk Audit at Crédit Agricole. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
And could I just start by asking you how you're finding the conference so far?
Yes, it's very interesting as it is each year. Especially this year, I really loved the part on the climate risk, which is something becoming a bit more concrete, more and more concrete, and starts to impact directly the risk management and the different practice of the different banks. So we have the chance to have people, risk managers, senior risk managers sharing their thoughts on all of this, and this is very helpful in order to improve ourselves.
And how do you measure discrimination risk in models and algorithms?
It's not an easy topic. I would just, before starting on answering your question on measuring the potential discrimination bias that there might be in the models and automatic decision or partly automatic decision process, I'd start with a simple example. Let's assume that we have two very similar decisions to compare with one single feature different. For example, a credit application request. Two people asking for the same loan with same income, same credit history, etc. Everything the same except the gender. You should expect that your model propose the same credit line to both people. And that's what should be. And by the way, there's no reason the model use the gender in terms of decision, but let's assume it for the sake of example. So that's a quite easy case. But usually it's not as easy because we have many different decisions to compare each. And if we stay with the credit application, each application at per person has its own income, address, revenue, credit history, etc., gender. So you cannot do a one-to-one comparison. This is the reason why the industry and the research people have worked on different fairness measures, like the demographic disparate impact or equal opportunity, equal odds. And this measure can be used to capture the behavior of model and compare model behavior one with the other. Using this measure in conjunction with more classical performance measure like precision, Gini, F-score, you can try to measure, compare, monitor, optimize the model both on the technical efficiency and on the potential adverse social impact.
And what are some of the challenges we should pay particular attention to? And are there any opportunities as well?
Well, there's a lot of opportunities because using these new technique models, artificial intelligence, machine learning, you can do better informed decision, so potentially provide better solution to clients, better price, and more targeted advice. This is the good side, but the bad side is that in some cases, of course, you may have adversarial effects. The more the model is complex, the more it might be opaque, and you need to have some good understanding of the behavior, try to find a balance between complexity and opacity, and measure potential discrimination, which is not obvious because first, most of the cases, there's no reason the gender is one of the decision parameters of the model, so you cannot measure it easily. You have indirect measure to set in place. And second, there's no one single measure. There are many ones. You have to find the right one for your own case, which is quite a good news for people working in research because there is a lot of work to do in order to try and improve, continue to improve these models.
Gilles Artaud, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks a lot.